Sorry, guys, no singlet today. The Warriors won, so we're gonna rep it. 1-1 in the NBA Finals, so excited by that. But here we are for the last game of the round. We got the Raiders up against the Roosters, 22 points to 16 there, and Raiders have actually been doing pretty well lately. I'm actually pretty impressed with Joseph Tarpany really stepping up as a big middle forward there. Papali'i's had a couple of nice tries the last few weeks as well, and they're being taken around the park not too badly by Jamal Fogarty, and we've spoken about it a few times, but he'd be a pretty important player for those Titans this year with the youth that they have. Very very interesting, but some big scores from a bunch of players. My team thankfully had 6 players in this game and did pretty well. And Joey Manu is one of those guys. So picked up the 87 points. I actually think that he probably ended up having more tackle busts. I think he was at about 12 or so. I saw him get 6 to 8, I reckon, in that last 5-10 minutes. But anywho, the 14 tackle busts and 7 offloads for 54 points just in those two alone, to go along with just the 1 try assist and the 288 meters. So no tries at all, and he picks up an 87. We know what he can do at that fullback position, and there's a good chance that he gets it again with Teddy. Not someone that backs up on a regular basis. The Roosters never really feel like they need to back him up and I guess risk him when you've got Joey there at the 1 jersey. But obviously that loss there will hurt them a little bit in terms of that ability just to go, we won't worry about bringing Teddy back. So be interesting to see what happens there, but is what he's on that front. Joey Tarpany, so he's up to over a 50 average now. 69, he's 57 minutes there. Just been really dominant with the 3 offloads, the tackle breaks, and getting over 200 meters. And he's definitely someone that a few people had had him on their mind, and he was definitely someone that was a potential pickup. And he's done really well this year. Now the last bunch of weeks he's been really dominant, and he's up 115k now in total. So well done if you picked up Joey. Adam Elliott, the 65 minutes for him was big time, and obviously that's a cover a few of the minutes for Papali'i there, but Elliott ended up getting big minutes, and he's been playing really really well. The last week getting 43 minutes was annoying because his PPM's been so strong, but to get the big one here, and obviously that try early on the game, but the base was there with 52. He's just running the ball really well, and Elliott is someone I think we can clearly hold obviously to 17, but potentially work it out from there. If they look to continue getting him some bigger minutes, then it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. I think Tupanua had a really, really good game, running nice lines on that right-hand side. You can see early on the game, the Roosters were going right a fair bit more than they were going left. Crichton didn't really have a run for the first section of the game. I think it was 1 run maybe in the first 15, 20 minutes. And then the Raiders were really just going up through the middle and not running all to the left and not to his right. So for all those captainers of Crichton, myself in the head-to-head squad, but for everyone that brought him in this week, you're pretty nervous early on, and he snuck it back to about a 22 at halftime and really dominated from there with that line break and the try assist. So all Crichton owners and captainers, you'll rejoice after that tough start, but the 60 from him is about what we're looking for the rest of the season. So he's definitely someone that you could look to bring in your side, even if he didn't last week, but I imagine majority of people would have grabbed him, if they're going to grab him at all, would have grabbed him the week just gone. Hudson Young had a really good game as well. Defensively, he was really strong. Xavier Savage, the 52 there, so really everything you could hope for him. After that, low 20s last week, to come out and get the 52 with a try assist and a try. The 200 run meters was the key. Last week he had a bunch of negatives, unfortunately, and that kind of stemmed the flow of his points, even though I feel like he had an okay game the previous week to last. But to come out and really win this game for starters, but to dominate in the points category and gain 43k, it obviously give us a little springboard for the next few weeks to potentially make a bit of cash. Hopefully, get into about 320, 350 with maybe 2 weeks left for CNK. It'll be interesting to see with them winning, do they change that formula and bring CNK back in? Obviously, he's a great player, but if you look at them on the ladder, they're sitting obviously out of the top 8 and I think 6 and 7 overall. So, probably no reason to change that winning formula. So that could be a hope for anyone, any Savage owners. I might be just talking out of my ass here just to try and keep him a spot in the squad. But we'll really take the 52 this week. If you went for Savage, then you got 52. If you went for Kurt Falls, you get the 51. And obviously the nice price rise for both of them there. Takaaho was another one that was potentially of interest this week, and the 80 minutes obviously took away from Mr. Nat Butcher, unfortunately. But with Siwa there, you get someone that is playing big minutes and doing a great job. and another 51 after he's been really dominant the last few weeks. Okay, I just had my mic away. Let's see if it actually can hear it when I do this, but it should be a lot better now. All right, Mr. Sutton, 51. We had Fogs with 47. Again, not really someone we want to talk about too much or is of any interest at the moment. Watson, if you picked him up, the 46 was there as well. And yeah, a few people were looking at him for sure at that cheaper price, around that, 566. Horsburgh was another potential mid-range option. He got the 48 minutes, so pretty similar to what he has been doing, and scored accordingly. He got a nice try assist there. Did a great job. If you went for Keary, then the 45 was not what you were looking for. But again, if the Roosters were winning this game, he would be doing a little bit better. But the run meters is where we're looking at for him. And to get 132 is spectacular. Really, it's, we're not usually getting that from Luke. And to have 132 meters and no tackle breaks or offloads is a bit weird. So that's why I got the 45. Generally, if you're doing that, he's going to be in the mid 50s. So solid score without being spectacular for him there. A few decent scores from Tomoko, Chris Woolford. If you've got him at all, you get another 27k and 99 overall. He had a solid game. Obviously not running the ball, but it's doing the job for him. They're coming out and winning, and he's playing a decent role in that. So Egan Butcher, Nat's younger brother, they actually got more minutes than Nat, and I think actually Nat played pretty well. So 38 for him in that time. He's still lost the 5k because he's been getting some lower minutes off the bench, but a nice score from him. Again, if he ends up getting a start at some point, he could be a great option for us. Sammy Walker with 35. If you own him, it's time to move him on for sure. And then we got Nat there with 31. So not someone who's an immediate trade out, but with Tupanua back and playing well, definitely something to think about. And he's probably not going to be a keeper come round 17. So if you picked him up a few weeks ago, you got those two really big scores, the 58, the 60 odd, and this 31's a bit annoying. Still makes a 14k, but he'll obviously level out now around that 600,000 mark. So if you got Nat, just be aware of what's going to happen over the next bunch of weeks and play it according to team lists obviously as well. We then have guys like Frawley, Billy Smith. If you were able to hold on to him, you picked up the 20 tackles for 1 miss and the 80 run meters, so you get 30. You'll take that for sure. Baker, he'll be pretty well ready to go as well. They got the 36 minutes and 28 points for him. Swali'i with the 1 try there, just did okay with the 24. Again, not really an option. And Starling's the big one now. There's a little bit of talk about Woolford with the being put on report that he might potentially lose obviously a bit of game time, and Starling could go back to starting. So let's just wait and see what happens with that on Tuesday and make our decision. But if he's if Woolford's playing, then Starling's a definite trade out. Obviously the 50k in losses, he got his 22 in 32 minutes. Just the minutes is not good enough for someone who's you're wanting to score mid 40s to 50. So that's it for Starling, and generally that's basically it. We got Rapana with 16 there, so obviously not a great game for him, and he's lost a fair bit of cash over the last bunch of weeks. But let's hope that mic worked. I wish you all the best of luck heading into your trades this week. We'll go through my round results for the 3 teams in a sec. I hope you have a good day, guys. See you later.